to focus on fourth grade. Today we are going to focus on using a T-chart to show our work for elapsed time problems. We are only going to do ones without a start time and ones without an elapsed time as the problems for this one, because the third option of not having an end time or not having a start time doesn't work as well with this method. So we're just going to do two different problems today. Again, the same ones that we did before, but we're going to use a T-chart to solve them. Here we go. All right, so we are going to start off with that same problem that we started with yesterday. It says Leo records his sister's piano recital. The recital starts at 1:15 p.m. and lasts 1 hour and 20 minutes. What time does the recital end? So this is the problem where the end time is our unknown. I have a start, I have the elapsed, and I don't know my end yet. This method works really good when you know your start time, because that is how we start this chart. We're going to write in our start time at 1:15 p.m. Okay, so we're going to take 1 hour and 20 minutes. We're going to go 1 hour and 20 minutes into the future from 1:15 to figure out when our end time is. And I'm going to start by just doing a 1 hour hop. 1 hour. That's my elapsed time. And if I were to go 1 hour forward from 2:15 or from 1:15, I would end up at 2:15. Okay, so now my start time and the place that I'm starting with as I keep moving into the future is 2:15 p.m. Okay, that end, what happened there at the end now becomes our start, because that's where the next hop is going to take place from, that like hop that we took yesterday. So now if we're at 2:15, we still need to go 1 hour and 20 minutes into the future. We've only gone 1 hour. And so from here, I'm going to break this up into 2 steps, not because it's necessary, but because it'll give us more practice with it. I'm going to do 10 minutes. So not 1 hour, or not, I'm sorry, not the full 20 minutes, just 10 minutes into the future. And if I am at 2:15 and I go 10 minutes forward from that, I would be at 2:25 p.m. And now again, that time there becomes the time that I write here, 2:25 p.m. So now I'm at 2:25 p.m., but I still have not gone the full 1 hour and 20 minutes into the future. So I'm going to do another 10 minutes. And that will get me to 2:25 plus another 10 minutes is going to be 2:35 p.m. Okay. I know I've done the entire problem because I have 1 hour and 20 minutes as my elapsed time. And I can see that I started at 1:15 just like it said. So this is my start time. This is all of my elapsed time here in the middle. And then this is my end time. So the answer to our question then is going to be, what time does the recital end? It ends at 2:35 p.m. All right, we're going to move on to the second problem here. It says if football practice starts at 3:10 p.m. and ends at 5:15 p.m., how long does practice last? Start time of 3:10. We don't know the elapsed time, but we do know the end time. Again, the only reason that this method is going to work nicely is because I have a start time, because that's what's going to get me started on this chart. So 3:10 p.m. All right. And now we don't know the elapsed time this time around, but we do know the end time. We know our goal, where we need to get to. So I can confidently take from 3:10, I can confidently go forward 1 hour, because I know that if I go forward 1 hour, that's going to get me to 4:10 p.m. Okay, I chose 1 hour because that's something I can do in my head. So now it's 4:10, and I now have that, I move that over here because that is where I'm going to start before I take the next jump into forward into time. 4:10 p.m. is where we're at now, and I need to get to 5:15. Again, I know I can confidently take another 1 hour hop into the future because that will get me to 5:10 p.m. That's something I know, 4:10 to 5:10, that's just 1 hour difference. So I took that hour hop. Now I take this time and I bring it over here because that's where my next hop is going to take place from. Right? If we've made it to 5:10, I want the 5:10 to be the starting place for my next movement into the future. 5:10 p.m. and we have to get to 5:15 p.m. and we need to keep this in our mind at all times as we're doing this, because if we lose sight of this, we're going to find ourselves taking too many hops and being like, oh no, I was supposed to stop there and we forgot to do that. 5:10, we're trying to get to 5:15. That's just going to be a 5-minute hop. 5 minutes, and that's going to take us to 5:15 p.m. So again, this should match up with what's happening over here. I have a start time of 3:10 p.m. I have an end time of 5:15 p.m., which was my goal. And the question was, what was the elapsed time? What was that time that passed in order to get from 3:10 to 5:15? And I can use this here to see that 1 hour plus 1 hour plus 5 minutes is going to be 2 hours and 5 minutes. It is super important that we write it like this with 2 hours and 5 minutes